So for today's expose, we have Alice Wu Gulliver, also known as the Wu.
The
comic, she's
Wu.
known as the Wu.
Mr. Woo Woo.
Yeah, whoa. But she was created by James Robinson and Mike Perkins and first appeared in Doctor Strange Last Days of Magic #1 in April 2016. So she's fairly new. And she was raised by her Chinese mother, and her mother was Hong Kong's magical guardian known as August Wu of the Coral Shore. And her father was a white man named Detective Sergeant Adam Hattie Gulliver. And her mother was killed by a demon. And after that, Alice inherited all of her mother's magic, as well as her pink hair. She had dark hair, and then she got her pink hair because her mom had pink hair. So she's like, ooh, hair change when I woke up in the morning.
At least it's not blonde. We talked about blonde witches last week.
Right. And she is Chinese, she is Asian. Well, she's Asian and white, I guess. So there's that. And her father was killed by a Chinese triad. And he was a police detective. And so because of that, she ended up becoming a police officer as well. So she's a trained police officer, and she's a witch and a police officer, and she hides her witch power in her guns and weaponry. And she uses spells and hexes and spells that remain unseen by normal eyes, so she blends in with the rest of the crowd, even though she's secretly using magic, which is fun. And one of her weapons, one of her weapons includes a magically enhanced blade that can cut open portals to other realms, which she uses to forcefully send unwelcome creatures and beings back to their homeland. So that's cool. And then her magic also includes force fields that can deflect oncoming bullets. So pretty sweet. I like her.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about her, but she's cool.
Yeah.
Very much sounding like a protection witch.
Yeah.
We love our protection.
Down the witch's road.
Anybody got a spell book? May she be strong and wise, and the best ever. May she be smart, not annoying.
Can she bring some Advil? I've missed you. I hate you.
Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Sean. I'm your ultimate excavationist. He, they.
And I'm something of an X fan myself, Kevin. He, him.
And it's Ryan, your astonishing X-Men stan, he, him.
Yay, and as you can see, Sexy Xies, only 3 of us today. Our guest had a very last minute loss, unfortunately, and this is partly why I don't tell you who's going to guess, because you never know what's going to happen. So to respect their privacy, we'll just say that they had to cancel, but we know that we'll work with them again in the future, and we're excited to. Yeah.
And we're thinking of them.
Yes, we are thinking of them. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about... Well, I guess we don't have to do introductions now because everybody knows us. Let's go straight into Sinister Gossip Sesh of Doom.
Sinister Gossip
Sesh of
Doom.
Ooh.
So I wanted to start off. So the night that we were recording this last week, I ran off to go to the Uncanny Experience Villains Night. I wanted to talk a little bit about how that went. So once I got there, it's fun because they announced that there was going to be an extra guest, Scott Butler, who had been on Agatha all along. And if you haven't seen my post, he was the doctor in episode 3, which we had just freaking recorded. So the fact that he got added was crazy. And
So cool.
I approached him at the behest of my boys who give me liquid courage without the liquid and had a long talk with him. He's a very wonderful person. And he gave me a lot of valuable information that maybe I'll share on the pod one day. Maybe I won't. So just want to share that little experience.
Beautiful.
Also, The three other voice actors were Chris Britton, who is Mr. Sinister, all the way from X-Men 92 season 2 through the current X-Men 97. Martha Marion, who is Emma Frost in X-Men 97, and David Arago Jr., who's Mojo in X-Men 97. Let me tell you guys right now, this man, I want to be him. He was doing all these voices on stage, and I didn't even know he's like the voice of Ferb in Phineas and Ferb. He's the voice of Oswald. Like, he has so many voices.
That is so cool. I love that.
Yeah. And they did a little like session with each of them. So some of the notable things that came out, Chris Britton was kind of asked about how he got involved with the show, and kind of like most of our voice actors, he had no idea what X-Men was. He said it was funny though because he saw a picture of Mr. Sinister and he could tell exactly who he was from that picture. He doesn't look like a nice person, and his name is Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, and he's fabulous.
Yes. So one thing that was interesting to me, because I always kind of thought the Mr. Sinister voice kind of sounds like they put some sort of like audio over it to make it kind of metallic, but it was crazy because he just went into a Sinister voice and I was like, oh my God, that sounds just like he does in the show. And I did not expect to see that come out of this kindly looking old man.
Yeah. It's kind of like Robert Axelrod from Power Rangers. He was this little old man who did Lord Zed. And previously to Lord Zed, he did Finster. He had to prove himself that he could do Lord Zed's voice because they're like, you're Finster. How you can't do that crazy voice? And he did it. So it's pretty amazing.
Very cool.
That was crazy when I found out that they were the same voice. That was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember exactly what she said. I should have taken better notes. But Martha Marion was asked, like, what kind of romance would she like to see in the show? Specifically, would she want to do the whole Scott-Emma romance? And she said not really. But she said she wants to see a lesbian romance. And I think she alluded to Betsy and Rachel, if I remember right. I think that's what she said. I remember it was lesbian, though. But you guys are going to love this. Yeah.
I wonder if it's actually going to be Mystique and Destiny.
Oh, that might have been it too. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I zoned out at that point. I don't remember at all. You're going to love this. David Arago Jr. was asked where he would like Mojo to take the X-Men, and he said, and he's not sure if he was allowed to say this, but he said one of the pitches for season 1 of X-Men 97 was that Mojo would have turned the X-Men into a boy band and it would have been a musical episode.
Okay, K-pop Demon Hunters, let's go.
Yes, right?
That would be hilarious, and I hope that they would actually bring back up like Scott being a horrible singer, like when he was singing Dad.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I hope that if they ever do that, they bring that up. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But his answer outside of that, because that wasn't his idea, it was the show's, but he said he thinks it would be really funny to put them in like an anime situation and have Wolverine just be confused the whole time. Because like, why are you talking like that? What's going on? Why is this happening? Just kind of be the grumpy old man the whole time. So I thought that was fun too.
Yeah.
That would be cute. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also the person who was interviewing David Arago Jr., I kept thinking, wow, they are so familiar. Why do I know them? And then it hit me. It was friend of the pod, John Carl from Cyclops is Waiting for Me.
Amazing.
Oh, awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to run into him at the actual event because I think he was back talking to David the whole time because they were talking for hours, he said. But I messaged him to say, you did a great job there. And he's like, I didn't know you were here. So yeah, fun event. I would highly recommend it. Glad I went. Good time. Yay.
Yay. Love it.
And then we didn't stay for it, but the band Knock Sinister played, who's in the community. I've seen him around. He was dressed as Mr. Sinister.
Nice.
I thought this was fun. I got a little bit of industry rumor that I thought I'd share since last week we said we'd love to see more Jennifer Kale. Apparently, and again, this is rumor, but I won't say where I heard it, apparently the Blade movie has been canceled, but
Right.
Blade is going to be put into Midnight Suns, where he will lead a team. And apparently, and I didn't know this, Jennifer Kale is cousins with Johnny Blaze, the Ghost Rider. So the
Mm-hmm.
team would have Ghost Rider and Jennifer Kale. And then we kind of, in our own little chat, we nerded out about who else we'd want to see. I mean, for me, the popular choices would be to throw in, like Ryan brought it up, but Elsa Bloodstone is kind of the Black Widow character. And I'd love to see like Man-Thing as the Hulk character. And then Werewolf by Night would come along with Man-Thing. I think that would be like the perfect team, those 6. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that those would be perfect, to be honest with you. I liked all those. And then like of course the add-on, like we definitely already have like Black Knight, but we just haven't seen him. And who was he apparently speaking to at the end of Eternals? Blade. So maybe
Yeah.
Blade would recruit him as well then as part of it. But yeah, I would love to see Elsa, Jennifer, and like you said, especially since in the comics Jennifer had a special bond with Man-Thing, so it would be cool to see those two interact. And then Werewolf by Night and Elsa interact. So yeah, they all have like cool things, and I'm gonna bring Blade up again later on in the episode too. So
I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
I know why. I know why.
Uh-huh.
I do love Shahir Zamata. I always say her name wrong, but
Yeah.
I love seeing her because she's in the new season of Ghosts, and she was also in the Muppets Haunted Mansion. When I saw her in there, I was like, oh my god, she's everywhere. I love her so much.
She has a podcast with Nicole Byer, and it's like called like Best Friends or
Yes.
something.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, they're so funny together, and her comedy
really
special
are.
is so fun. Yeah.
And Kevin, just so you know, I'm caught up with Ghost, so we can like gab
Good.
about it whenever we want.
Yay!
And Ryan, I'm almost caught up with season 2 of Percy Jackson, so we can gab about it whenever you want.
I'm actually 2 episodes behind. I think isn't tomorrow the finale?
Yeah. I'm
So
only
one
on
episode behind. Yeah,
as of recording, I'm on episode 3, so I'm 5 behind. But I'm getting there for starting it a week ago.
definitely. Good for you. Good binging. Good binging.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of a spoiler that came out about a certain Famke Janssen. Do you want to tell us about it, Rai?
Yes, a very good friend of the pod, Paul, over on Powers of X-Men, was interviewing Chris Claremont. And they were talking about the X-Men trailer that came out for Avengers Doomsday. And Paul was talking to him about like wanting to be like, yeah, like they're bringing the original costumes, and out of nowhere, Chris Claremont's all like, yeah, original cast back and everything. And he was like, oh, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, like even Funky. And just check it out, you guys. It's on his YouTube, but it's also on his Instagram. It's really awesome. It could be a spoiler, but who knows though? Chris Claremont also really likes to talk.
He does.
Yeah.
We know
He
this
does.
for personal experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
And whatever he wants to talk about. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I
Like,
hear
that's
your
interesting to me.
question,
Let's
and
talk
I'm going to
about
bend it
this.
this way.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a question bender, Kevin.
Maybe. Ooh. The art of bending.
Yes.
Very bendy.
All right. Any other news before we move on to our previous layout?
Oh.
No. All right. Last week we asked, I thought this would be a fun one. What familiar would you most want? An owl, rat, crow, or snake? A snack. How do you think this played out?
We
If
know
the
what
snake
Mystique
could fetch
goes.
me, if it could fetch me CDs, I would totally have the snake. Although we don't really use CDs anymore.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a toss-up between owl and cat. Either one of
Okay.
those could win.
Yeah, I kind of feel the exact same.
Well, in last place, tied at 6%, is Rat and Snake. Ha ha ha! With 35%, we have Crow, and with 53%, we have Owl. So our sexies like those flying familiars.
Caca.
Caca. I think
Ah, ah,
Crows
ah!
kind of scare me
Ooh, that's
because
a
of
good
Resident
one.
Evil 2.
Oh my gosh, they're so hard to hit, especially when you do this.
Yeah.
Like, get over here, Crow.
I know. You're better off just running.
Right? And like, get out of my hair. Memories.
I am happy though because I went to Disney yesterday and I finally got my hands on the Diablo, the crow from
Oh yes,
Sleeping
Maleficent.
Beauty. Yes,
Yeah.
because I tried to get it before and the person in front of me got it. I was like, no, I need Diablo.
Oh.
But you also got that awesome Madame Mims and Merlin battle pin, so that's awesome.
Yes, I love it.
The magnificent, marvelous Madame Mim.
Yes. All right, let's get into today's episode. So, if I can't reach you, let my song teach you. This is episode 4. This aired October 2nd, 2024. Written by Giovanna Sarkey, Jack Schaefer, and Jason Rostovsky. Directed by Rachel Goldberg. You guys, this is like the fastest we've gotten to the episode because like we always have a guest, but we don't have a guest today.
Right. I know. Wow.
Yeah. Well, maybe our guest
So-
next week will do a lot of talking and make up for it for us.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with scene 1.
Here you go, Kev.
Thank you for the highlights. Yes. Agatha sits and ponders Sharon's death. She's surprised Sharon made it this far. Teen quietly digs a grave. Lilia, Jen, and Alice talk about Lorna Wu's death. Alice insists Lorna died on tour, not on the road. Agatha's, R.I.P. Mrs. Hart, let's move on, let's get out of here, and encourages everyone to move on. She's like, have you know hot?
Yeah. I mean, I just feel so bad. I like you were saying, I was really expecting this to like be like a trope, like she was gonna come back or something and everything was gonna be fine, but
Yeah.
no. She's in the ground.
Yeah, I was sad by that too because she was like the witch everybody wanted to see. She's just so fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't want Kitty as part of their coven? Because that's who she basically was.
Yeah.
The coven is hesitant to go. A woman is dead. Agatha insists Mrs. Hart was a bad draft pick. Let's move on. Agatha explains that the coven needed to be full to enter the road, but once they're there, anything goes. Anyone can die. The Ballad of the Witch's Road is brought up. Everyone defers to Alice for her expertise. Lilia blames Jen for only giving Mrs. Hart one dose of the elixir. No one wants to leave without a green witch. Agatha suggests they summon a green witch.
Yeah, they were
So
fighting over
this
the
is-
lyrics of the song.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Coven 2! No, it's Coven True! Alice, your mom recorded it. What's the real word? She's like, shut up, people. But if
And
you go
this
back to
goes
the
with
first
our
episode when they sing,
Mhm.
they do say true.
They
although
do. They do.
Although the shot wasn't on Agatha, so Agatha probably sang true. When you think of, so she probably sang true, everyone else sang true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's an Agatha thing to do.
Yep.
And that's where last week we talked about the doses. That's where we get our answer on why
Yes.
Kitty died.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Yeah.
Luckily, Teen has a spell book on him. The coven lines up and attempts to summon a green bitch. Lily asks for someone strong and wise, and the best at her craft. Agatha asks for her to be smart and not annoying, and not super political. Jen asks for her to be pleasant looking, Alice hopes she brings Advil. Agatha completes the spell. Something seems to have gone wrong. Maybe the spell needs to marinate?
Yeah. And it's interesting. I have the translation for this book because it was in Latin.
Mm.
In
Go on.
English, it says, "We summon a green sister above, below, within, without. It is not easy being green."
That's awesome.
Oh my god, that is so perfect. I love that.
So
I freaking love
beautiful.
that.
And I really wanted to know because I don't think we get an answer. I wanted her to give Alice an Advil when she arrived, and I don't think she did.
Yes.
I would have loved that.
That would have been hysterical.
Yeah. All right. We do notice that Agatha did you put like a flower down when she did this spell. Put a flower down.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That orange flower.
And so she came up from where Kitty was buried, right?
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, interessant.
Mm-hmm.
The ground begins to tear open. Coven. What? The ground behind the coven tears open. A body comes up. Very zombie. Very possessed person. Tina's afraid it's Mrs. Hart. Oh, it's Rio? Question mark. Gasp. Exclamation. She is the Green Witch summoned. Agatha is not thrilled about the new addition. She storms off. The rest of the coven stay to get to know Rio. She doesn't seem too popular. And notice, she's like, here I am. And she has the flower, the little flower. She's like, this is the flower you put down. Blah, blah, blah. Look at me.
Thank you.
I also love when she's like, "Are you a green witch?" She's like, "The Green Witch."
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you Green Witch? Like, yeah. I'm the Green Witch. Yeah. So,
So good, so good. Teen catches up with Agatha and offers to listen to her concerns about Rio. She doesn't seem to want to talk. Lilia likes Rio already because Agatha hates her. Rio swipes at the three ladies. Lilia doesn't like her as much anymore.
This was great, like, interaction with the witches in Rio. I really like these lines and the way they like all came out.
And I love that there's these subtle hints at Jennifer's bisexuality too, because she said, first let her be pleasant looking, but then do I hate her? I want her phone number. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then her little Wizard of Oz like jig down the road.
Yes, I have that in here too. Like her little Wizard of Oz walk down there. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And notice
I
the
love
leaves.
that.
The leaves are orange and autumn colors, so it's hinting at the next trial. Last time they were blue, now these are orange. So, yeah, fun.
I always forget to look at the damn leaves.
Very Pocahontas of her.
Yeah,
colors of
that's why Kevin notices. He likes Pocahontas more than me.
Color of
I
the
do.
wind. Yeah.
The coven come across a cabin in the woods, ooh, off in the distance.
Ooh.
Alice don't want to go in. She tries to leave, but the cabin pops up in front of them again. There is no other choice. They approach the cabin, and Agatha leads everyone in.
Yeah. And it's interesting too because Alice recognizes this house as her childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Crazy.
And I love the symbol on the door. I know it's like the fire symbol, but it just looked cool, like how it's emulated with the stones and just how red it is and stuff like that.
Yeah. The crescent, the waning crescent. Yeah. All right. The coven are suddenly in 70s chic. Everyone warns everyone not to touch anything. Oh, sorry, not everyone. Alice warns everyone not to touch anything, eat anything, or drink anything. I wonder if that's like an Alice in Wonderland reference.
I was thinking that.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole like play me thing later, I'm like, oh. They tell Rio a test is coming up next. Rio warns Agatha, no cheating this time. Teen raises his hand, Ryan style, and suggests they look for a letter of some sort. Agatha and Rio have a sexy stare down moment. And they're all kind of inspired by like different like 70s like artists. Like Alice was modeled after Janis Joplin. Teen was like after like Mick Jagger kind of people. Agatha and Rio were both kind of like a version of Cher.
Yes.
Although if you notice, she had that little flower in her hair that she had from the ground. So that's why I pointed that out. Jen was like a Diana Ross, Donna Summer, and Lilia was obviously Liza Minnelli. So it's cute.
All right, guys.
I really liked.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
I was about to answer the question you're about to ask.
Yes. I asked last week. I'm going to ask again. What were your guys' favorite makeovers?
I actually really liked Teen. I thought he looked really good with this hair, and he looked good in this outfit.
Yeah, who was my favorite? I don't know. I want to say like Jen again because she looks so beautiful. Or Agatha looks really good too. I love the cut, this like the
super V cut.
line. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is Kevin talking about fashion?
I never know. I don't notice fashion at all.
He never does that.
It's his penis. It's fashion.
Yeah.
All right, mine. I had to say, tie between Lilia and Teen. I mean, I love a good Liza, and I just that blue fur on Teen. I kind of feel like I would love to rock that.
Yeah.
Be a Muppet.
Faux fur. Lilia finds paintings of witches being tortured. It makes her cry. Jen continues to wander around the house. She comes across creepy masks. Alice finds albums on the wall, including one of her mums, Lorna Wu. Lilia walks up and surmises Lorna was trying to open the Witch's Road through her concerts. Alice explains that her fans were the coven. Alice explains that 2 years after the last tour, they went broke and had to sell their house. Lilia suddenly has a future flash. Is she wispy or is she kooky? Alice, don't! Then Lilia snaps back and don't remember nothing.
I think one of the things that makes this show so strong is they never give us all the information. Like, we don't really know everything about the doctor. We don't know everything about Alice's past. They just give us these little glimpses of these witches have been alive for so long. They've been through some shit.
Yeah.
Love that.
Agatha enters the recording studio part of the house. Rio follows her in. The two of them watch as the rest of the coven wander around the house. Rio is impatient and wants to cause some damage. Rio is intrigued by Teen and asks why he was brought along. Agatha offers to call a truce while on the road. She gets her flirt on and cozies up to Rio. She discreetly turns on the mic so everyone can hear the convo. Rio suggests Agatha kill the coven. Agatha play-acts being surprised at the suggestion. How could you
They're
even
my
say
sisters!
that?
How
They're my
dare
sisters.
you!
The coven react to this alarming news. You know, I'm going to say this now. Of all the episodes that we didn't have Abby Frisco on, this is the most lesbian of all lesbian episodes.
Yeah.
It's not just lesbian relationships that Abby sees. It's queer love that Abby sees. That's what it is.
I know.
Yes.
But I wonder if we'll see her on a later episode. Who knows?
Fingers crossed.
Who is? Oh, me. Okay.
Yep.
Teen starts playing a record. The song playing is loud and annoying. and demonic. So something Sean would probably listen to. Like, what is going on? What is that terrible? Whenever Teen shows everyone the vinyl case that says "Play Me." Oh, Agatha notices the song is playing backwards, which makes it even sound more demonic. Although, if you do reverse it, it does play the Ballad of the Witch's Road. So it is actually, but they did put a crazy effect in it. It sounds like a scary version of the Ballad of the Witch's Road, even when it's the normal way.
Interessant.
Yeah.
Oh, that is kind of creepy.
Yeah. So the song is playing backwards, and then it makes everyone dizzy. Agatha throws the player on the ground and smashes it. Hulk smash! Lily announces they've been cursed. A timer starts, a metronome, if you will. And it's weird because the metronomes aren't really a timer, but they are music. They do keep time, and it ticks like a clock, so it works enough. When I was taking piano lessons in college, my teacher was like, "Do you have a metronome?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "Well, get one." She used to get so mad at me.
Damn.
Yeah, I was not excited to be learning piano in college. I'm like, no, like I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, there you go. That's it. Oh, Rio says the trial has started. Blah, blah, blah.
You know what's funny is I thought it was a metronome, but I wasn't like savvy enough to know for sure, so I just put timer. But at least I didn't put Blurglebot this time.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm making progress.
Yeah. Love it. All right. Everyone is perturbed at how happy Rio looks at the trial starting. Sorry, let me start that. Let me try that again. Yeah. Everyone is perturbed at how happy Rio looks at the trial starting. Alice suddenly reveals that she feels lighter. Lilia starts to burn. Alice grabs Rio's knife. Can I borrow this? And draws a circle around a wreathing. Is that
Writhing?
Writhing.
Writhing on the side of my face.
Lilia. Intense a spell. The burning stops. Team recommends that they ask the witch who cast the curse to lift it. Agatha explains that the curse cannot be lifted. A curse cannot be lifted once casted. Lilia tells them the only way to end a curse is to face it.
So one of my favorite things about you reading this, Ryan, is you always have such like a happy disposition when you read. So when you read things like Lilia starts to burn, it just sounds so happy.
You said you don't like Lilia. Yeah, you said you don't like Patty, so I said it really happy for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
But I love Jen. She's like, "You need to draw a circle around me." Like, cause like,
yeah.
No.
I want one of those.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I do love though that when she just grabs Rio's knife. Can I borrow this?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She's into action.
She is getting stuff done. Just then, Jen starts to burn. Alice draws a circle of protection around her and chants. T notices her shoulders are burned. Lily asks if she was burnt too. She are. A flapping noise can be heard flying about the room. Riel tells them it's the curse. Alice picks up the broken record and sees it's the Ballad of the Witch's Road. Agatha realizes Alice brought the curse. Alex explains that the curse has caused her to not be able to do anything right, keep a job, be successful, or save her mom. I wonder if I'm cursed. Alice reveals the scar on her shoulder, the same as the one Lorna had. Jen realizes it was a generational curse. Oh,
the feels. Did you notice some of the other tracks on this album? So their other tracks include Mary Mary, Red-Haired Woman, Cinnamon and Sage, Flick of the Wrist, and Swan Song. So they kind of. I want to hear those songs now.
yeah.
Peculiar.
Yeah, it's curiouser and curiouser.
So, Jen is mad that now they have inherited Alice's family's old-ass curse. The curse attacks... The curse attacks Teen, throwing him across the room into the glass recording studio room. Alice helps him up. Rio demands that Agatha come up with a plan. Agatha realizes to defeat the curse, they have to play Lorna's version of the Witch's Road. It's different than the one they chanted before, and will reveal what Lorna wanted from the road. Agatha thinks it was a protection spell that kept Alice safe from the curse. Because, yeah, it was such a big hit that no matter all these years, there's always somebody playing it or somebody singing it, and that was what was keeping Alice alive for as long as it did.
I loved that. I loved that. That is so cool.
It's so
That's so
beautiful.
sweet.
Agatha assigns everyone their parts. Lilia is on the maracas and backing vocals. Also, little
got, like, the-
little cymbals. Yeah.
Oh, she
What are they
did.
What were they called again? She says it.
But I
Go
loved it
Blacks?
because I don't know. Is it something with a T? Maybe.
It's something with a Z. I'm gonna find it. Fag
right.
check.
Ooh, girl. You got fag check.
Hey.
Okay.
Please. Teen is on guitar, Jen is on bass and backing vocals, Alice takes up piano and backing vocals. The coven starts to sing as the clock is ticking. The curse attacks Agatha. She pushes through it and starts to sing. It's a musical!
The
As they-
Zills.
I'm sorry? Yes, the Zills!
Zills, which are
Okay,
finger
okay.
symbols.
Yes. Oh my
But she
God.
also, like, if you they cut her a couple times. One point she's playing a pan flute, and one point she's playing a triangle too. So she kept changing.
That's funny.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
She's just combining all the random instruments.
As they sing, the room starts to light on fire around them. The curse appears. It's Christy Gnome!
How terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super scary.
Yes.
I really didn't like how this demon looked either, though. It was like it reminded me of something from like Buffy.
How dare you?
What do you mean?
How dare you put Buffy down?
I wasn't putting Buffy down. I was saying that it reminded me of something from Buffy.
Okay. Like, it didn't fit in with the type of show Agatha is? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit of that, yeah. Like it gave me more Buffy vibes than it. Well, then what is Buffy? It's like a witchy show. I don't know. I'm putting my foot in my mouth, I believe. When I like to put other things in my mouth. No, but yeah, no. It just reminded me of Buffy. But yeah, I didn't like the way that it looked.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I could see that. It was kind of like a very different curse to me. Like I've never thought of a curse as like a physical thing that would like fly around and attack people.
Mhm.
So it was kind of weird to me. I can see that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's also like a female demon, and I feel like it's supposed to be traumatic because it kind of represents all of the generations of women that is affected and it's passed down, and it's like, so it's almost like as you're being attacked, you're kind of seeing them within the demon.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay.
Okay. Once she sees the Christy gnome, Alice is sure she can kill it. She goes all Elton John on the piano and sings at the Christy gnome. It lands on her shoulders and burns her as it burns. The Christy gnome erupts in fire and is gone. The Epstein files are released. A hole opens in the ground. It's the exit.
Huzzah!
Just trying to keep
I
the
love
Epstein
this
files
song.
alive. We can't forget.
I know. I love this version. I thought it was beautiful. I love the lyrics, the added lyrics, the whole bridge moment. It's funny, Aubrey Plaza learned how to play drums for this as well. She was coached
Wow.
and she practiced for weeks ahead of time to get it going. So it's really cool. And I forget the actress who plays Alice, but she was already an accomplished pianist. She already knew how to play the piano. So all these, they're actually playing these things, which is really neat.
That's crazy. That's dedication, learning drums just
Yeah.
for like a 5-minute role.
Yeah.
I do love to when they first like Agatha literally starts singing and you just see Aubrey go like you just tap the cymbal like I'm doing my part. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Teen stands up but then faints. The coven is back on the road. So you have like a cut that he collapses and they're like, oh my god, and then they cut and he's outside. They're outside. They must have just tossed him through the staircase of the piano. And they lay Teen down and find a shard in his side. I've got a shard in my side. I just shot myself. Agatha is visibly upset. She's like, oh my god, you guys, you gotta save him. She doesn't want to accept Teen's death. She demands the coven save him. Jen conjures a healing potion. Well, what she does, she creates a healing potion. It's moon water, which does exist in actual magic practices. Phoenix and Siren have talked about this on their podcast when they covered this, and it's really cool. So moon water is a thing that people do. They bless their water, bless the potions, and it has those healing qualities. So it's pretty neat.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So she gets the water, she gets the moon, and she says a little spell, and she pours it onto the wound, and it heals miraculously. Lilia tells Jen to be proud of herself. The coven works together to lay Teen down somewhere more comfy. Agatha sits by his side watching him.
And one thing I forgot to mention in our news is Brad Windebaum recently said in an interview that he sees this trilogy of WandaVision, Agatha Along, and Vision Quest. The central theme is parenthood. So we see it in different ways in each one of these sections. And this is where we really see the protectiveness of Agatha for what she perceives maybe her child, are correcting what she did wrong to her child through Teen.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget Alice's story in there too, with her protection and mother in history, and it's
that actually like really kind of like blows my mind because now like my gears are turning and I'm like, all right, so yeah, it's gonna be parenthood. Everyone suspects that it's gonna be White Vision finding and raising Speed, but I actually think that it's going to be Jocasta finding and putting all of these other AIs that have been casted, and those are her children.
Interesting.
And that's going to be kind of the parenting that we're going to see there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
or both.
Yeah. And I mean, I could see all of the AIs kind of dealing through the trauma of like, they were built by Tony Stark, and in each of their own ways, they've kind of been discarded for various reasons. So even dealing with like, why do I exist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Stevie from Schitt's Creek is playing Edith, I think. So that's going to be fun.
Oh my gosh. That would be great.
Yeah. One of the AIs, so that should be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
A little ways off, the 4 other witches of the coven sit and listen to Jen's story. She doesn't just identify as a witch, but also as an 11th generation root worker and midwife. She is asked how she got bound. Jen explains that she was invited to the brand new association.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thurgelblatt.
Exactly. The Gerblblatt Association of Greater Boston to share her expertise. It was a trap. She was bounded by the man, but without magic.
I had to confront that stupid word obstetrics at my last job because I had to say it kind of often. So, yeah.
Obstetrics. Yep, that's it.
It's a terrible word. I hate it.
Mhm.
All right, Alice shares next. When her mum died, she stopped pursuing anything witchy. Part of her hoped the road wasn't real so she could stay angry. Now that she has learned the road was all for her, it just makes her sad. Lilia tells her sad is better than angry. Lilia shares her frustration about all the rumors about witches talking to goats and having extra nipples. Rhea tells them she has all the nipples and offers to show them.
I
I love
love that.
Rio.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you want to see him?
Yeah. But this is true. I feel like a lot of people do live in hate. Like I feel like sometimes it's more comfortable just to like sit there and hate something than it is to like actually confront it and actually like look into it. And I think that's kind of where we are in a lot of politics today.
Yeah.
I was that broke me. I was so like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I cried a lot during this episode, but I don't know. I feel like, and that's probably why Atlas is like my favorite, because I relate to her a lot, and she's kind of like my Blue Power Ranger. She's the underdog. My favorites are never like the more popular answer. They're the ones that like have this like hidden ability and this heart and this drive, and that's what Alice all represents to me, and it's like so beautiful. So
Mm-hmm. I know it's hard to pick a favorite because they each stand out
yeah,
in different ways for really cool reasons.
yeah.
I have to admit that my first time watching this, Alice was like my least favorite, but kind of rewatching, she's becoming one of my not least favorite, but she's becoming like a valid member of the coven and all that in my eyes. When before I didn't see her like that, so thanks for making us rewatch this.
Yeah, Alice, upon my first watch, she didn't stick out right away, but the thing that I liked about her right away is the kind of rock aesthetic that's very Sean. So like I liked her right away for that, but we don't get into her story until like this episode. So she didn't stick out until then for me.
Yeah. All right. Agatha notices Teen starting to stir. She pretends to not care. Teen asks if she put the sigil on him. Agatha tells him, no. She doesn't know who put the sigil on him. Actually, even if it was me, I wouldn't know because it works on the witch who cast it too. It's kind of annoying that way. He asks if it can be lifted. She tells him, no, a sigil cannot be lifted. It has to be destroyed, and it will be destroyed once it is no longer needed. Agatha tells Teen she doesn't need to know his name to know what kind of person he is, which was such a sweet moment.
It really was.
It's always nice to see her softer side because it kind of comes and goes. She cares about who she cares about, and that's it. But she's clearly having feels here. Teen asks what happened to Nicholas. Agatha is like, how dare you ask that question? I'm leaving. Heal fast. And then walks away. You broke this moment up. Thanks
Right.
Back at the fire, Lilia is showing off a vampire bite. She tells them he bit her right before she knocked out the other two.
How many teeth do vampires have?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
and I
sometimes
was-
don't they have the top two and then the bottom two sometimes?
Sometimes I was confused though too. Like, was she referring to the teeth or to other two vampires? Because
I thought she only said the other one. I thought she thought the other tooth. The other tooth.
Oh, the other tooth. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, two.
Yep. So yeah, Lilia knocked out the other tooth. She points out that She points out, we really kind of hated each other at the beginning, but now she's suddenly distracted. The other witches laugh it off. Agatha approaches them and tell them Teen is awake, but mouthy. Jen asks Agatha to show her battle scars. Agatha rolls up her sleeve and shows them where she took a knitting needle to the elbow. It was from the Daughters of Liberty. Ever heard of them?
should we go into a massive cameo?
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want to start us off, Ryan? Because I'm sure this is where you wanted to mention Blade.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I would absolutely love that if the Blade or the vampire that Lilia was talking about actually ends up being Blade, and like she's kind of like dating him like in the 70s or something, you know. I thought
that'd
that
be
would be a lot
funny.
of fun.
Yeah. So this is a very deep cut. I had to really research. The Daughters of Liberty, they were originally called the Daughters of Light, but the leader was beheaded and the team reformed as the Daughters of Liberty. This was all the way back in like the early 20th century, like the 1900s. But they are a group of women who vowed to protect knowledge and protect humanity from its own excess of power. And they were trained in combat and trained in magic by Agatha Harkness. This is all according to the comics. They are led by a dryad, a Dryad, which changes over time. And fun fact, one of the dryads, I kind of love this, was Harriet Tubman. And that's why she was so insistent on leading people to safety, because she was acting for the Daughters of Liberty. Also, it was later revealed, and put this in your back pocket because we're going to come back to her in a second, but it was revealed that Peggy Carter was actually a Daughters of Liberty, and she was actually assigned to Steve Rogers, not to protect him, but to protect the super soldier serum within him. So if he ever fell, or if anybody ever tried to extract it, she was to destroy his body or destroy the serum. But of course, as we know, she ended up falling in love with him, and they had a long-lasting relationship. The Daughters, actually, this is the only way I know of them. The Daughters recently reformed under Sharon Carter in 2019, like 2020, because Steve was framed for murder of Thaddeus Ross. So the Daughters, while Steve was in jail, came together under, you know, it was more like Spider-Woman and like the heroes of today. But one thing that's like never been explained is we've seen in the comics, Peggy Carter turns into an old woman and dies. But for some reason, she comes back as the secret dryad of the current Daughters of Liberty. So Peggy Carter is still alive. Yeah. And then it's also weird. It's awkward to me because Peggy Carter is working with Steve and Sharon, who, of course, Sharon in the comics is her granddaughter. And Steve was dating Peggy, and now he's with Sharon.
Yeah.
So that's got to be weird.
A little bit, yeah.
But there is your long, deep cut cameo of who the Daughters of Liberty are.
Thank you. Beautiful.
I love that.
Amazing.
Do. The more you know.
Yeah. I did want to say, because during the whole teen healing scene, Lilia randomly mentions the Three of Swords, which is the tarot card. But the Three of Swords represents like sorrow and heartbreak and denial, separation, all these kinds of like really heavy emotions. So it's kind of interesting that she says that.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why, like, her name always comes out as Rios and not Rio. That must have been like a spell check thing.
Yeah.
Rio reveals that she has a scar. Agatha tells her, no, you don't. Rio insists she does. She tells the story of someone she loved once. Rio was forced to hurt this person even though she didn't want to, and it hurt them, and now that person is her scar. This was supposed to be Kevin reading this earlier, but it got shifted to me, so now I have to say the dreaded word. Rio surreptitiously looks at Agatha after telling the story. Thank you. I've been practicing. Agatha breaks the tension by going to stretch her legs. Rio goes to follow, but Lilia grabs her arm and warns her that she still remembers the threat Rio made in the sound booth. A little bit of tension.
Don't think for 1 second I forgot about what you said in that sound booth.
Yes.
Like, you want your bodies? What are you talking about, bitch?
Yep.
uh, Rio follows Agatha into the woods and begins to comfort her. Agatha gives in and embraces her scorned ex-lover. First there's this long hug, and then Agatha goes in for a kiss, but Rio stops her. And she says something about, like, I'll poison your roots. She reveals that Tina isn't hers. Agatha seems sad by this and walks away. Did you have any theories about Rio at this point?
Not really. I was just so intrigued by her.
Yeah, I had no idea at this point. I really didn't. But I mean, of course, it makes sense. Like rewatching and everything. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but yeah.
Yeah.
But did you?
I had thoughts, but there's also, like, I took notes about what the hubbub was at the time, what people were theorizing about Rio, and this was already after episode 2. So I'm going to tell you what people thought about her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they said that she was a brand new character to the MCU, and that she does not have a comic counterpart like the majority of the MCU. They believe that she was a green witch, and they possess earth magic, like nature elements, and that's why she could, like, blast Agatha on the wall because of the wind powers and the earth. So they realized that she was kind of like a green witch, would make sense. They thought she was kind of based off of a few characters in the comics that already existed that can wield magic. One was, because she mentions her heart being black, so they thought that she might be Blackheart, which was the son of Mephisto. Like, they just changed it to the daughter of Mephisto. So they thought that was something, because, they can take physical form and have power over dark energy. So that's why she wore black all the time. But also to fit in with the Green Witch side, they thought that maybe she was like Gaia, the earth goddess. And Gaia would be like the mother of many children. She was an elder god who birthed new gods. So she was like this kind of earth goddess, immortal, that can heal people. That was one of them. And there was also speculation that she may be Lady Death, a nigh omnipotent cosmic entity and fundamental constant of mortal existence. So all those theories were thrown out there. So it's interesting that people were kind of guessing.
Interesting. And fun fact, it's been revealed that Gaia is actually Thor's natural birth mother in the comics. So she is kind of in the comics now.
My goodness.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take a quick break with some brews and books, and then we'll talk about our final thoughts on the episode and rate it. How does that sound, boys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Witch's Brew on Amazon. So I was very intrigued for this witch's brew. What is a root worker? Like, Jen just throws out, I want to be a root worker. I'm like, what's a root worker? And it's pretty much exactly what you would think it is. It's a West African tradition. It's not attached to any religion, but religious beliefs have been like tied into it, much like voodoo or Catholicism has bits of magic in them. But it is basically using herbs, plants, and roots and other natural items for spiritual healing, protection, luck, and problem solving. So it's also called hoodoo or conjure or working roots. So I think this is perfect for Jen. It's grounded in her African heritage, but it also explains why she is an herbs witch, basically, because she wanted to do root work. So there you go. A really quick little, the more you know.
Yeah.
I love it.
Witch's Brew
All right.
on Amazon.
On Amazon.
I say that maybe like once a week, and Mike's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Never mind."
Oh no, we woke her up. She's talking. Okay, she's done.
Oh no.
All right, let's go over to Amazon. Stop. All right. It was starting to play a song.
That's hilarious.
Ballad of the Witch's Road. Okay.
Yes, right.
Get your
All
bell
right,
out.
let's take a quick break with solving for comics, Ryan.
All right.
All right. Okay, so this week, you guys, we read Uncanny X-Men 22, Shadows of Tomorrow, writer Gail Simone, artist David Marquez. So, just like last time, we're coming off a huge X-Men event, but guess what, guys? That really doesn't really have much to do with what we're going to cover right now, so I don't have to get you all confused and
Okay.
discombobulated. We're just going to jump right into it. After Krakoa, the X-Men split up. Some of them are in Louisiana. The X-Men that are in Louisiana right now are Rogue, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, Wolverine. Yeah, and they've got outliers with them, which are 4 young mutants. Sean, who are the 4 young mutants?
Daydream. Who else?
Calico,
Calico.
Jitter.
Does she have a
Who's the last
stutter?
one?
Does she wiggle? Because
She
she
does.
was talking
Yes,
and she was
does
like,
have a stutter. It was very cool.
Okay.
Not. It's not very cool, but it's part of her.
but I kind of got that
yeah.
from reading it, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they actually put that. But yes, and the 4th one actually is Sunspot's little cousin. He's very strong. We'll discuss them more later on. But so we're starting off this comic where it's actually Nightcrawler's birthday. Funny enough, it's also A.M. Diaz's birthday, who is everyone's favorite Nightcrawler cosplayer. So please make sure that you go say happy birthday to him, guys. It was his birthday this past week. So it's Nightcrawler's birthday, and he is out on a date with his lady friend. They start bamping around. They want to go somewhere to be a little more alone, and it actually wind up going back to his house. They open up and surprise, it's a huge party. Everyone's there celebrating. Wolverine smells something sketchy outside, and he goes to see. Is it Mutina or like how would you guys pronounce that?
I say Mutina.
Yeah, Mutina.
Yeah.
All right, so
Mutina doesn't sound good.
no. It doesn't. It's not a very appealing name.
Especially if you're like cat lady, you don't want to be called Mutt. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
True. So Mutina is a mutant that is basically anti-mutant. She was in a movie that was anti-mutant and basically was a mutant serial killer in it. And now she's getting really bad press, so she actually wants to come and join the X-Men. Wolverine's not having it at all. They have a little fight. They end up going in. Wolverine's like, all right, let's get it. He leaves her outside, goes inside. Mutina's mutant powers is basically she can teleport through darkness. So she ended up actually having Kurt stay with a knife to her throat. They ended up Kurt challenges her to a duel. They go do this duel. At the end of it, Mutina basically just gets away, and Kurt's like, all right, maybe we'll see you later. What did you guys think of the book?
So I really like that we're bringing back this idea of like not all the X-Men are good. Like looking back, Rogue was a villain, Wolverine was a villain. Like a lot of them were villains. So I like that we're getting this kind of danger with Mutina. But I thought this was also the perfect look at Nightcrawler as just this loving Catholic being who sees the good in everybody. We also get his like friskiness. Just because I'm religious doesn't mean I can't go have sex on my birthday. Like I just thought it was a perfect Nightcrawler
my God.
comic.
I want you to bamf me. Bamf. You
Yes!
4 times. I'm like, oh my goodness, Scaduloso.
I've never been bamped that much so many times.
Yeah, she's like, I'm
It was such a euphemism.
worn out over here. I know, I'm like, oh my goodness. I love it. And he was sexy in his suit. He looks really good in his suit.
He was.
Yeah.
And we got to see him with the 3 swords in his pirate outfit, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
3 of swords, just like our
Yes.
episode today.
Yes.
Nice.
Overall, though, I liked it. I'm excited to see if Mutina actually joins the Outliers as kind of like their 5th. And to see, honestly, I just want M to come back.
Yeah.
Her little stint in it was so cool, and I just want to see M back and hopefully become a main character because I love her
Agreed.
I love her cuntiness and just her. Period.
Yeah. Wait, you love her, period?
No,
All right.
not talking
Cool.
about
Thank you
periods
for
2 weeks in a row.
no. Thank you for that little solving for comics. All right. So getting back into it, tell me how you like the episode and then rate it for me. Hot like Sunspot, warm like Zorn, kind of hot and cold like Temper, cold as Namor, or freezing like Iceman. Let's go first.
I'll go. Hot like Sunspot, shocking. I really liked it. I loved that you got to see Alice. And again, like I said, I rewatched this and I kind of got an even more respect for Alice and a new love for Alice too. So, I respect this episode for giving us all that insight on her and the character.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hot like Sunspot. Like we deepen the mystery. We now know that Rio, who we can't trust, is saying that this is not Agatha's child. So we also get more about Alice, like you said. It's fun. It's flirty. Like this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting too that Agatha believes her immediately, so she definitely, trusts her word, and trusts that she knows what she's talking about. So I'm like, oh,
I wonder why.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps she'll die.
No comment. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite episodes of the entire series. It's like this one and episode 7 are, I think, my two favorites. I think it is so cool. I love the Lorna Wu rock ballad that was happening. I love, all the little things that are strewn about there, the nuances, the emotion. I mean, I'm a big fan of Alice, so this makes me really happy to see her step into the front. So it's hot like Sunspot for sure.
Nice. All right. Well, this week, we will not be doing Danger Room Divas since we don't have a guest.
Actually,
Oh. What?
while we were recording, I kind of thought of like a fun idea.
Let's
think
do it.
we could still do Danger Room Divas, but what I
We didn't
think
do X Factor yet.
we will get to X Factor, but
Okay.
let's get to X Factor and then I'll tell you my idea for Danger Room Divas.
Okay. So for X Factor, who wants to go? What's your X Factor?
My X Factor is Alice. Just be getting to know her more, and thank you, Kevin, for telling us a little more history about her from the MCU. I'm sorry, from the Marvel Comics.
In the comics.
Yeah.
My X Factor is Alice and everything she did, because she is a protection, which we get to see her. She feels responsible for everybody's safety, and she will proactively make that her mission. I do feel she has some guilt over Sharon's death a little bit, because she probably wasn't on her radar. And here, she's like, can I borrow this? She's taking these steps to protect these people that she feels responsible and she is going to care for. And then during her song, the lyrics, if I can't teach you, let my song reach you. If I can't hold you, remember what I told you. And she takes the high part. She belts that. So it's really telling that she is fighting her demons. She's feeling this emotion. I was crying during that song a lot. She's really in it, and it's really great to see. That's
beautiful.
Mine is Daughters of Liberty, so fuck you all. I just love when they do. I love when they do these little Easter eggs that make you go like, "Wait, that sounds familiar. I need to learn more." And like, I think it's so cool that shows can do that, and it even makes sense that like Agatha actually did train them, which is a nice little detail.
We never talked about the closing credits before either. There's a lot of really interesting Easter eggs about the closing credits that's been happening. I'm not going to go over all of them, but one of them, they have like a witch painting of like lightning striking, and that's a painting called Witch Number 1 by Joseph E. Baker, and that's lightning coming in, freeing a woman on trial for witchcraft, and strikes down the accuser, which I think is super cool. And then there's also a press photo of Irene Ray, which was it was in 1938, and it was this woman who, her and her husband were accused of witchcraft in Rochester, Indiana, and they were forced to leave. And that was a real world person. So it's crazy that they featured them.
Yeah, they did their research. And there's the evil queen from Snow White and the Seven
Yeah,
Dwarfs.
and they have Wizard of Oz in there.
And
They have the
Lisa
craft in
Simpson
there.
in
Yes.
Witch
Simpson.
Cat.
There's all these really cool things. Yeah.
We know stuff too, Kevin, and it's much more in depth than yours. No.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Everyone brings stuff to the table here.
Yeah. All right. So before we get to Ryan's idea, anything else?
No.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, real quick. So last week, Kevka had Storm. Ryan had Sarah Sanderson. Who would have a better OnlyFans? 75 to 25%. Sarah Sanderson won. We are 2-1, 2 for solving, 1 to the guests.
Nice.
Well, I think
it's gonna be-
both would have had successful OnlyFans. Storm is much classier than that. She wouldn't do that to herself.
No. No. But then, like even Kevin said though, like, you know, she walks around naked all the time. It's not like she would care
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
But she still would never post it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Mhm.
Speaking of somebody who just had a birthday, we actually did get a message from a line. He wrote, I feel like Storm would have the better setup just because of the fact that she's less likely to do it. So if she did, more people would want to sign up for it just by the shock of it. Sarah would be popular for a while, but I feel like she could get played out, especially if she didn't have enough children to make herself look younger.
Yeah, well, that was good. Yeah.
Like,
so
oh,
thank
so
you,
like this
Line, for
bitch, I
writing
see her
that
all the
in.
time. You know, like
Yeah.
all news.
Must be Friday.
Yeah. And nobody wants to see children in there either. So.
Oh God, no.
No. Oh God, no.
God no.
Heck no.
All right, what's your idea, Rai?
All right. So, we switched up Danger Room Divas this season, and it's an X-Men versus a witch. So I think that the host of Words of the Witches should go up against the host of Solving for X. But Words of the Witches has to be witches, and Solving for X has to be X-Men. So both of you will be at your keen peak of knowledge and should be a good match against each other.
Okay.
Fun.
Watch us both get somebody basic, like Cyclops versus Piper.
And it's to ask who would be more into pup play. So, yeah. So I can't wait.
Okay.
So make it a good one. Yeah.
Come on, damn it, can't you make this program a little tougher?
Oh, it's no game, buddy. It's the danger room. It's where we train.
Danger Room Divas!
Simulation complete.
All right, Kevin, I'm spinning for your bitch. Oh, you got my favorite. You got Paige.
Okay, Paige. Okay, cool.
Or as some people call her, Podge.
Podge.
Podge. All right, I'll be a
Greenwich.
hero just because I feel like they're like, I don't know. Girl. Dazzler.
What is it? Oh. Okay.
This has got to be a good one. Come on. Make it good.
All right. Who would be more likely to clone themselves and have sex with the clone?
We have done this one before.
Yes, but not with these characters.
No.
Okay, and then we'll make it spicy. Ryan chooses who goes first.
Oh, jeez. I'm going with Kevin because both of the characters are your favorites, are some of your favorites, Sean. So I feel like you've already won a little bit.
Okay. All right, then you're the timer guy. Tell him when to go.
I am the timer guy.
Dazzler vs. Paige. Who would have sex with a clone of themselves?
Fight.
All right, you guys. Kev, you ready?
Yes.
On your marks, get set, go.
Paige would most likely have sex with herself because we know from the show that she is a freak. She was in bed with many a men's in the series. She had handcuffs from last week. She was having all those kinky toys. She was orbing in and out of sex. So she would love to have sex with herself and see all the parts and maybe orb things around, wiggle things around. Heal. She can. Oh, that'd be like weird blood nipple play, and she can like cut herself and then heal herself. Ooh, that'd be weird. But maybe she'd want to do that. I don't know.
Stop. That took a turn.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love it. All right, Sean. On your marks, get set, go.
So Dazzler is a pop star, and anybody famous, what do they love more than anything? Themselves. And she's had so many looks over the years. So she has all these different. She has the short-haired, like kind of dykey-looking Dazzler that she can have sex with. Plus, she has light powers. What does that mean? She can make like holograms. She can have whatever she wants going on around her. She's definitely gonna want to have sex with her own clone. She's gonna make it like every night is a different Dazzler look.
All right, good job, boys. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Both very good. I still want to know what orbiting around things means. Yeah.
Orbing is the teleportation.
No, I know that, but I'm just trying to think of what she's orbiting around too.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Let
she turns into light too. Yeah.
Yeah. Let the sexy minds take over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that just happened because this question, I'm really happy with this question. I was excited when I thought of it. Who would you most want to cover the Ballad of the Witches Road? Dazzler, a little pop. Lila Cheney, a little more rock. Luna Snow, a little more K-pop. Or the Mary Janes, a little more punk. What are we thinking?
Dazzler for me all the way.
Okay, fag.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I want K-pop. I want the Luna Snow one. I think that'd be really fun.
Okay. I wonder what Sean's gonna pick.
For me, with like the repetition of the lyrics and with kind of the attitude, I'm gonna go Mary Jane's. I want a more like punk version.
I knew it.
I know. I wonder why that's why they're on there.
I mean, we found the personalities, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But to TBH, it was a hard choice because I would take any one of these covers in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
like I don't even care which one it would be, but I think it would serve it well for the punk.
Now I wish there was a pop version.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with all four of these?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's go. So we know Dazzler. Lila Cheney is also a performer who has the power to teleport, but she can only teleport
So there's X-Men characters. Never mind. I was thinking there's actual bands. Yes. I was like, I don't know these bands. Okay.
Yeah. Lila Cheney can only like teleport. I forget how it works, but into the universe. So she has to go into space to teleport, like intergalactic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's been kind of a quasi X-Men character for years. We see her pop in and out. Luna Snow has ice power, and she's a K-pop performer by day and superhero by night. And the Mary Janes is the band that Gwen Stacy's in another dimension, the one where she's Spider-Gwen, and Mary Jane is the lead singer.
I love it.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so next week, if everything goes right, we will have a pretty awesome guest here to help us cover Darkest Hour, Wake Thy Power. I'm excited. We're just plowing right through this season.
We've been known to plow.
Yeah. So, Ryan, where can the people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at RYEORIO or in the Solving for X comments.
How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, you can find me on my personal Instagram, KJEEZY87, or the other podcast that we do, Words of the Witches. Charmed.
Charmed. And you can find me on Shawnee Havoc on TikTok or Instagram. Yeah. Or you can find our podcast on solvingforxmen.com. That'll link you to where to listen to our X dramas, or get things like this shirt, which is one of my favorites, the Goldenrod Girls.
The Goldenrod Girls.
Oh, you have it too.
Oh!
Welcome to the club.
Love it.
All right. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.